This is a difficult problem. If you haven't already, watch my other video on completing the square where I draw the y-intercept, turning points and roots and draw the quadratic graph where it isn't as complex as this and you don't have a coefficient before the x squared. Let's first start by finding out what the y-intercept is. To do this, you make x equal 0. So y would equal 2, 0 squared minus 25 times 0 plus 73. This would all cancel out. Y would equal 73. So now we know that the y-intercept is 0 and 73 because we have what x is and we have what y is. The next thing we want to do is find out what the turning point is. So let's just look at these two terms and bring them down. As always, when completing the square, we divide this by 2. However, we have a 2 here. So let's get rid of it. So let's move the 2 out, and you're going to have x, but then also you're taking a 2 out of this. So that is going to be 25 over 2x plus 73 squared. We can now complete the square on this, leaving this 2 outside. So half of 25 over 2, which is minus 12.5, would be minus 6.25. So this would be x minus 6.25 all squared. This expanded is x squared minus 12.5 plus 39.0625. So all we would need to do is subtract this from this, so that looks like that. So let's do it. So we're going to have 2 brackets, bracket, x minus 6.25 all squared minus 39.0625 plus 73, which equals 0. We can clean this up a little bit, but first we need to multiply in this 2 here. So we're going to get 2x minus 6.25 all squared, and 2 times minus 39.0625 is going to be obviously 78.125. So we get minus 78.125. And then we have add the 73 here. We can clean this up by going 2x minus 6.25 squared, and then this would be minus 5.125. If you can't do these kind of decimals in your mind, then maybe you should just get better at maths. We can now find out what the turning point is. Everything inside the brackets, we flip the sign, so that's going to be 6.25, and everything outside the brackets, we keep the sign the same. Now we can find out what the roots are. We continue from this point here, and we move the 5.125 to the right hand side. So you're then going to get, and actually we'll divide both sides by 2 as well. So you're going to get x minus 6.25 all squared, which equals 5.125 divided by 2. We can now square root both sides. So you're going to now get x minus 6.25, which would equal plus or minus the root 5.125 divided by 2 is 2.5625. We can now add the 6.25 to the right hand side, so you're then going to get x equals positive root 2.5625 plus 6.25, and x equals minus root 2.5625 plus 6.25. The third here plus 6.25 is obviously 7.850, and this is 4.65 and 0. So now we have 4 points, 0 and 73, 6.25 and minus 5.125, 7.85 and 0, and 4.65 and 0. These are the 4 points that you need to be able to draw the graph. So in the next step, let's do that. Let's now draw the graph. So we know that we've got 0 and 73, which is going to be here, as I've already nicely drawn that on. We have 6.25 on the x-axis and minus 5.125. So that's going to be around there, about here. That's going to be the turning point because we've taken these two values. And then we have 7.85, which is, if this is 6 and that's 7 and that's 8, it's going to be about here. And 4.65. So that's 5, 6. 4.65 is going to be about here. So we can now draw this graph, although I will do it terribly. It'll go through that point. It will come down here. It will turn at that point, and it will come up like that. And now you've successfully drawn the quadratic graph for this equation.